Good. Thank you very much, Tyler. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Great to see you all. Glad you're in, out of the heat. Gosh, it sure did get hot out there. So it's a little unbelievable. But go ahead and we'll get started with our Monday, July 28th, 2025 meeting of the Sangamon Mass Transit District. I'd like to call to order with a roll call, please. Michelle?
Yes. Chairman Brewer.
Here.
Trustee Doss.
Here.
Trustee Hacera. Here. Trustee McCarthy. Trustee Dasco. Here. Trustee Douglas. Here. Trustee Stratton.
Here. Okay, thank you very much. First meeting of the new fiscal year, so we have a number of things to come before the Board of Trustees. We'll go ahead and jump into it. First item is the approval of the minutes from our regular meeting of June 23rd. You should have had those in your packets, trustees, previously, and had ample time to review them. So with that, I'll ask for any discussions, modifications, changes that might be made. And if there isn't any, I'll look for a motion for approval.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of our regular meeting of June 23rd, 2025.
Second.
Okay, first and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed here? Very good, thank you very much. We have approval of the minutes. Let's go ahead and we'll jump into some director's communications reports. First up, Steve, our managing director.
Just a couple of items from me. Our transportation center, transfer center is having some AC difficulties of all the times to do it. It's right now. So we're trying to deal with that with Henson Robinson. Hopefully we will get our part of it finished in the next couple of weeks. And then the larger part that has to be done by the contractor will be shortly after that. But we'll keep you updated as that goes. In the meantime, we're doing our best to try to keep the IT room cool. That's the biggest priority, and then also our staff that are on site. So if it gets too hot in there, we will talk about potentially closing customer service for a few days so that they can be here in climate control, better climate control. So we'll see how that goes, but that is something I wanted to have on your radar screen. Also, I listed some projects that are ongoing, and those are still ongoing, but I did want to point out a line in that paragraph that several projects that have been held up for a while at IDOT are starting to move now. So we're excited about that, and as those get moving, we'll keep you up to speed on where those are in the process. But actually, things are starting to move there, so it's really good news for us. That's all I have.
Okay. As always, appreciate the ancillary report. But is there any follow-up for Steve here? Any comments? Any of the trustees? Okay, let's go ahead and move on to finance and administration. Michelle?
Yes, good evening. The Finance Department is closing the fiscal year. It ended on June 30, so we're wrapping up fiscal year end close, as well as preparing for the audit. An ongoing project that's not yet completed I wanted to update on was the onboard video surveillance project. We're not quite operational with that yet, where we want to be. And the last month, we presented the 5339 grant application that was submitted on time. And that's my report.
Okay. Anything here to follow up with? Obviously, nice to close the year out, but here comes all the work again, right? We appreciate everybody's efforts. And last but not least, let's move on to operations. Melissa?
Ending this fiscal year, of course, with June, ridership is looking good. It's steadily improving for fixed route. We're up over the previous fiscal year's ridership by about 7%, so 0.07%. So we're in the positives. From the pre-COVID number at 1,487,000, we're still shy about 9%. So we're getting up there. Paratransit is way beyond their increase from the previous fiscal year to the pre-COVID numbers. They were up 12% last year, so they're growing. So we're getting there. Fixed route's just nice, slow growth. We want to push it along, but we're more passengers every day. We get more and more every day. So.
Well done. Ready for the fair?
We are.
Leave it at that, huh?
It's hot now. I don't know
On the
what's
spot.
going to do it before we
You heard it here,
We'll
folks.
probably have a couple buses out there, but we're ready to assist them if they need it. So I'm hoping the north side of town clears up with some of the construction.
It's so much.
It's terrible. You don't know which way to go from Sangamon south, so
It's not.
I
That's the
don't
state.
know. We'll see.
The whole state's under construction.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate
They're working on detour roads if they detoured you off the original road that they're on, so.
Well, we do appreciate everybody, especially the extra effort in this heat. So, any follow-up from Melissa from any of the trustees? Anybody? If not, well, thank you as always. And we'll jump into some reports if we could, please. First item up under reports is the May 2025 financial statements and cash disbursements. Again, similar to the board meeting minutes. Should have been in your packets and had time to review them. Is there any discussion regarding these? Hearing none, I'll look for a motion.
I move to approve the May 2025 financial statements and cash disbursement.
Second.
Okay, first and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Very good. Approval. Jump into some board committee reports if we could, please. First up, as always, is the Finance Committee. Do we have anything from Finance today?
None from committee.
No report.
No report.
Okay, thank you very much. How about from Operations?
No report.
No reports. Okay, very good. Administration Committee? No. Okay, very good. And IT Steering?
We did meet, we talked a couple times about presenting some things. We meet every month. Some things that we think would be important to share with folks, but not, we're trying to strike a balance between what we think is public worthy, but also trying to be careful because some of the information that we talk about in that particular meeting is of a sensitive nature in terms of cybersecurity and things like that. So since we're not IT professionals, I've relied heavily on the folks at the county to give me a synopsis of things that they think would be okay to discuss in an open meeting, and they've agreed to do that. So I think next month we'll have something that's informative, but not something that we don't want in a public meeting. So we'll update you.
Excellent. Okay. Thanks, Charlie. We'll look forward to that. Okay, next item, Planning Commission report. Jason.
All right. So first thing I'd like to introduce Scott Boyce. He's been with us since February, and he's still here. So, but he's kind of going to be shadowing me for the next few meetings and everything, and be my backup just in case. So to what we're up to, we are working on our parking survey still. We've got all the data collection done, and it's time to then put it all on maps and put out the report. We're hoping to be able to present that as a finished product sometime in September. We're also working on the Transportation Improvement Program, which is the TIP. It is the 5-year program. And we're getting all that put together, and it's going to be available in electronic form from the state. IDOT's got a consultant, and we're going to put it all out as kind of a statewide electronic form. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes out. We're also moving forward on our Safe Streets for All action plan, which is the action plan that we need in order to start applying for Safe Streets for All grants from the federal government, which would definitely be something that would be interesting to this group as well, as far as where pedestrian and bicycle safety goes on the streets. So that's what we're working on. Looking forward into the agenda. We're looking forward to another year of cooperation and working.
Absolutely. No, we appreciate it. Very good. And Scott, welcome aboard. You've got a good mentor there, so yeah, well done. Look forward to it. Anything for Jason or Scott? Any of the trustees? If not, thank you again. And last item under reports is our ADA Advisory Committee. And Dave is here. Dave, how are you?
I'm all right. Trying to stay cool like everybody else. But we talked about, Melanie shared with us some route changes that have taken place and route changes that are upcoming. Of course, we talked a little bit about the the fair routes. We had one committee member who brought up that the bench over near the Villas apartment development was missing. And we talked about how Ace Sign Company needs to be contacted about that.
Okay.
Let's see what else. We talked some also about, had a writer come to me not too long ago indicating that they wanted to know why the passenger seats on the access buses didn't have shoulder belts. And we kind of talked through that and discussed how infeasible that would be because you've got two people sitting on the same seat. So it would be kind of difficult to have shoulder straps for both. But it is, I can tell you from personal experience that having been in a wheelchair, I feel a lot more secure in my chair than I think a lot of passengers do sitting in a regular seat because if with all of the bumpy streets in Springfield, this particular individual said that they fall over forward pretty frequently, and that's why they were wishing that they had a shoulder belt. Let's see. I think, the committee has pretty much decided that they want to stay away from the hybrid style meetings and face-to-face meetings. They want to stick to the Zoom meetings 100%. So that's what we're going to do from now on. That's pretty much it.
Very good. A lot of constructive feedback. We appreciate it as always. Any follow-up for David? Anybody? If not, I saw Melissa taking some notes, so I think we're on a few things, but as always, David, thanks very much. We appreciate those communications. All right, if we can, we'll move on to some new business. We have a couple items to come before the Board of Trustees. First item is the consideration for the renewal of our Cintas contract. Hadley, you're going to do.
You need to say that.
Oh, on the table.
Not table, just, they will be, items A and B will be considered at the next meeting.
Okay, well, the first two items, A and B, we'll move to next month's agenda. So the first item up there will be the consideration for our Cintas contract renewal. Now, Hadley.
Yes, so Cintas has been providing our uniforms for the operators and technicians since 2020. They also provide some housekeeping supplies and the mats, like the one that when you walk in there. We were notified that there was a new Omnia contract out that might lead to some cost savings. And we talked about contracts before, like the Washington contract and Sourcewell, and now this Omnia. Essentially, all of those allow smaller agencies to use the purchasing power of larger entities, which leads to cost savings. So we try to buy off contracts when feasible. Oftentimes, these contracts include several line items or services. So not all of them are applicable. If you were going through the master agreement that was in the board packet, there was like alarms and security. That was between the University of Nebraska and Cintas. We're not opting in on those options. We're just focusing on the uniforms and housekeeping supplies. In a similar vein, that's why there were some portions that were redacted. That's between University of Nebraska, who is the sponsor for this agreement, and Cintas. So we were able to negotiate pricing for the next 5 years with Cintas under this Omnia contract. And we are able to use the 2020 pricing with a 6% increase instead of the Nebraska ceiling pricing. So we're saving money on top of saving money. What that ends up being is about $6,000 annually that we'll save over the next 5 years. Pricing will increase every year, of course, by 3% or by the CPI, whichever is less. So the pricing schedule included in the packet was assuming 3%, maybe the highest, so we know what that max might look like. In addition to the price reduction, Cintas agreed to waive the size premium that is included on the uniform. So any piece of clothing that is above an XL is a 15-cent additional fee, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you count up how many there are, that's another $6,000 a year, typically. So we're saving that as well. From an operations perspective, switching vendors would disrupt daily operations significantly. We'd have to swap out lockers. Everyone would have to return their inventory for uniforms, get everybody remeasured, get new uniforms distributed. And so not only is it a financial benefit, it's also an operations benefit, and it makes Melissa very happy. So, so with the cost savings and then the negative impact that might happen with operations, from switching vendors, SMTD recommends awarding the contract for uniforms and housekeeping supplies to Cintas. Any questions?
Any follow-up? Any questions? I like the concept of saving money on top of saving money. Very well done. Okay. Nothing further? Well, let's go ahead and I'll call for a motion.
I make a motion to authorize the managing director to approve the renewal agreement with Cintas.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a first and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Very good. We have approval to move forward with that renewal. Thank you very much. Next item up is in relation to our annual agreement with the Regional Planning Commission on the heels of that. So, Michelle?
Yes, so before you in the packet is the fiscal year 26 agreement for, I'm going to read the full name, Springfield Sangamon County Regional Planning Commission, we regularly refer to as SSCRPC, and who is represented at monthly meetings with Mr. Sass. We use SSCRPC for a variety of things, including Unified Planning Work Program, the Long Range Transportation Plan, the Transportation Improvement Program, as well as the Public Participation Plan, which helps meet SMTD's requirement that we have to follow for Section 5307 public involvement requirements for the program of projects. That's all in the memo, a lot of information. It is a renewal for fiscal year 26, and we are happy to continue that partnership with the local MPO.
Okay, very good. Any trustees want to comment or follow up on any of the points made by Michelle on this? We'll say the SATS document is pretty impressive. A lot of great information, a lot of work that goes into that. So, okay. No further discussion or comments? If not, I'll look for a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the annual agreement for fiscal year 2026 between Sangamon County Mass Transit District and Springfield Sangamon County Regional Planning Commission for a total of $22,000.
Second.
Okay, we have a first and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Very good approval to continue that partnership and look forward to it. And last item up under new business is our IMRF authorized agent designation, which needs to address. So Michelle, you're going to take that one too?
Yes, we have to appoint one authorized agent, and we would like to reappoint Marcelette Wiggins, who does our payroll books for us at SMTD, as the current IMRF authorized agent. As part of the process to appoint them, there is a resolution that we have to pass this evening for that, and we'll be able to make the change.
Okay. Pretty straightforward. We go through that from time to time, so if there is any further discussion, I'm not sure. We'll entertain questions. If not, we'll need a roll call on this one. So I'll look for a motion, sorry.
I'll take the roll call. Trustee Doss? Oh, I'm so sorry.
I make the motion to appoint Marcietta Wiggins as the IMRF authorized agent for SMTD.
Second.
Okay, first and second there, and then we'll move forward with the roll call.
Okay. Trustee Doss?
Yes.
Trustee Hacera?
Yes.
Trustee McCarthy? Trustee Dasco?
Yes.
Trustee Douglas?
Yes.
Trustee Stratton?
Yes.
Okay, very good. We'll make that change as approved. And that should conduct our new business. Looks like I'll open up for any public comments today. Do we have any public comments from everybody? Or is it just too hot? Anything out there on the, nothing, Tyler? Okay. Anything further? Any comments from the trustees? Okay. Well, if that's the conclusion of our business today, I'll look for a motion to adjourn. Sound there? Second. First and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Very good. Motion is adjourned. It's great to see everybody. We'll look forward to seeing you next month. Please stay cool out there. Okay.